Somebody suggested that I talk about Kim Possible tonight, because the person who suggested it is a little older, didn't grow up with it, it was a little past his time, but he knew it was a really popular show. I did grow up with it. I did see most of the show. I have seen the movies. And recently, well, tonight and recently, I rewatched some of the episodes. It's still a really good, fun show. And it keeps the action going. It's really well written. The pacing is quite good, especially the first 2/3 of it. And it's creative. The situations are unique. It's got a unique animation style. Well, I know the character designer Steven Silver, who also did the art for Danny Phantom. But it's still its own recognizable thing. And I still had fun watching it. But I'm not going to get as obsessed with it as a lot of other people did. I'm not going to get as invested as I was in, say, Powerpuff Girls or Codename Kids Next Door. And I think the reason behind it is Kim Possible, while, don't get me wrong, amazing show. I'd be honored to work with anyone who's worked on it. And it clearly is its own thing. But speaking as a fan, it still feels a little too safe and non-threatening for my personal taste. I liked stuff that was a little edgier and a little more aggressive. Powerpuff Girls had that. There was an angst. The stuff that I liked had a little angst to it, just because that's my personality. Codename Kids Next Door was like that. Notice quite a few shows from around this time period were like that, were pretty angsty. But then you got the super wholesome slice of life stuff, like Doug. Which another one I liked, I watched a lot. I watch anything, but it wasn't something that really clicked with me the way other shows did. But with Kim Possible, the one I have noticed, one of the episodes I rewatched was a Hollywood producer likes her, wants to make a movie based on her life. I noticed this was a thing in the mid-2000s, going Hollywood. Drake and Josh did it, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody did it, Hannah Montana, the whole premise was around that, and then Kim Possible had an episode around that too. So, the Hollywood glamour life was clearly it's always been a thing, but it was especially a thing in kids shows for a while. And I know a lot of shows tap into fantasies, while giving a little bit of the realities behind Hollywood. A lot of these shows, Jimmy Neutron did that too. Because a lot of these shows tend to end with, scrapped at the last minute, which happens here too. So that's funny. Oh, they did, actually, rewatching that episode, there were some jokes in it that I thought were especially relevant today. The one especially that got me was, which is the title of the episode, and the mole rat will be CGI. Boy, did that become more and more of a thing. I think now they're going to replace actors with CGI doubles. At least that's the word I've heard. Mostly from BoJack Horseman. But that wasn't in the talk. So that was really funny to see. Some of the jokes about the stunt doubles, the jokes about how hard it is to break into Hollywood, which is very true. And the fact that, there was a really funny joke where Senor Senior Jr. holds his evil plan is he wants to hold the producer hostage so he can get into the movie. Straightforward. But instead of holding the producer hostage, he holds his phone hostage. So it's like, oh God, no! My meetings, my lunch dates, my dinner dates! That was very funny. Very great twist. The comedy's very creative. I wasn't finding myself laughing too hard at any particular moments, but I always appreciated the creativity, and I always appreciated the atmosphere, the environment. I am smiling while talking about it. It is a fun show, and I see why it caught on with so many people, why so many people do remember it fondly. Oh, here's another thing that I just realized, especially with the live-action Kim Possible movie coming up, and controversy surrounding that, and people sharing their opinions. There were some jokes around that in this particular episode, which I thought, oh wow, that aged very, very well. Good job. So think my favorite character growing up, I liked Rufus a lot. He was funny. And he was smart, and he was competent. And a naked mole rat is a really funny thing to say. That's where I stand on that. It's cool to see that it's made such an impact with people, and I don't know if Disney is rerunning it. I actually don't know if younger people are growing up with it. Maybe they are because of the new movie. I don't even know if it's getting a reboot. Maybe it will. I can see that happening. But it seems very in line with The Incredibles in that it's fun, it's action-packed, it's not that edgy. I do like stuff that is a little edgier. Personally, that's what I get more invested in, but I do still like this stuff a lot. It is still very creative, it's still very fun, and it clearly has this wide appeal to it. It's very self-aware, it's smart, and it's got a unique style to it. It still has that, it has this 50s, 60s James Bond look to it, but updated that in a fun way. So, what else can you say? It's a good show. You see the appeal. It's worth checking out.